Hey guys, Blue Kool-Aid coming at you with another video. I was getting ready to nod off to bed there, but I was looking at some more tools here, and I come across this one, the Schuman Resonance, guys. You know I've talked about this before. It's the frequency the Earth puts off. Its base is supposed to be like 7.8 hertz, I believe, and that's a rough. I think it kind of a couple decimals points short. It's probably more like 7.7 something or 7.13, something like that, guys. It's close to that. But whatever that is, well, right now it's off really really bad. It's very intense. It's the Earth's frequency. It's the way the Earth vibrates. Um, so basically, even us as humans, we have our own personal resonance. Every planet, star, all that, everything has a resonance. You might have seen videos the past few months. A lot of people were doing them about, what does Saturn sound like? What does the sun sound like? And that's what they were letting you guys listen and see, and that was the vibration of those planets. It was those uh, celestial bodies. It was their vibration, their resonance. So anyway, and like I said, this is directly related. And where I go to look at the Schumann resonance, it's over here at Mr. MBB333's channel. Um, it's not actually, this isn't his channel. This is actually his webpage. But he's got a link here, guys, to directly to Schumann resonance. It's just so easy to go over here and click it without having to try to have a shortcut on your desktop or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to show you what it looks like right now. Obviously, even if you've never seen this before, you would say, man, is that supposed to look like that? um, no, it's not. Okay. I've seen this thing a lot. I don't report on it a lot, but I believe this is very important to our health, mental health, especially, like I said. Now, when we see these crazy looking signatures, over here on the right with all the white, we can go into, looking at some of the details of this graph, but you can see right here, see how it's 4 and it's 8, 12, okay? If you see where the base is, and it's very obvious where the base is if you know what you're looking for. And again, most people aren't going to know what they're looking for because they've never seen this before. Okay, here's these are hertz over here. Okay, that's what that's representing. And like I said a minute ago, it was like 7.8 is the base hertz. And if you look down through this graph, you can see where it stays there. Okay, this is kind of like I guess like a seismograph imaging type of tool, but it's not used to pick up earthquakes. Okay, this is actually picking up the vibration of the earth. But anyway, if we see these little spikes like this that only last for, however long that lasts, because the time frame's down here, that's 1400 hours. And these are hour increments that you can see them in. And then the day that it happens is up here. February 15th, February 16th, 2019. February 17th, 2019. Now, when I first looked at this, which was a few hours back, it was only up to like 14. Okay? And I really thought that about at this time it would really start coming back to normal. Well, it hasn't. It's been 5 hours since then. It's almost 1900 hours, and it's still way off of the chart. We can't even give it a hertz value here because the graph doesn't go that high. Highest it gets is 40. Okay, so with that being said, you guys can pretty much tell that, hey, this something ain't cool here, right? So if you guys have had problems sleeping tonight, or if you guys have had, just being in a bad mood, or just felt kind of funny for no reason, this is probably why, guys. Okay? Frequency affects big time. We are a water-based, biologically, we're water-based as our body. You can take frequency and you could actually vibrate it in such a way, or vibrate water with a frequency in such a way that you can make shapes with it. That technology is out there. Um, I seen Blue Man Group, if you guys have ever heard of them. They started off in Vegas with a show. It's those guys that did the Intel commercials for a long time. They're called Blue Man Group. They were those ball-headed guys, or, either they had some sort of ball-headed prosthetic they put on, and it was solid blue, and they would play drums, and it was like a rock concert if you went and seen them. But they did something similar with frequency, okay? They dropped these beads in water, and they would play their music at a specific frequency, and it would actually make shapes and all kinds of crazy stuff, okay? It's very cool to see, but that just tells you that, things can be manipulated to do what you want them to do by using frequency. Okay, I know it sounds kind of scary because, like I said, our bodies are so much water. And if they can shoot a frequency out, it could really affect our brains, and it does. So what I'm saying, guys, is, I watch these things often. I can't remember the last time I've seen an anomaly like this on here. It's not even an anomaly. This is actually what's happening. But it's lasted for so long. Okay, it's lasted a full day. If you look at the timestamps here, okay, that's 1900 on the 16th. It's almost 1900 over here on the 17th. That's a long time, guys. So, like I said, we see these spikes like this sometimes, but they're usually only about yay wide, okay? And it'll drop back to normal or close to normal. I guess more realistic spike would be something like what's going on right here and here, okay? Now, like I said, you start getting ones that are that big, or even ones that are this big. Yes, that's, those are multiple hours, and it's going to affect a lot more things. But I don't know if that I've ever seen one last this long. That's not saying that it hasn't, because again, I haven't been watching this tool but for probably 6-8 months. So that's the only history I have of this. And again, like I said, this will affect mental health, and that's why I'm going to go ahead and that's why I'm doing this extra video right now. Because if you guys are feeling bad or had problems sleeping, felt bad for no good reason, bad mood, you blame it on whatever, but this right here is a contributing factor to all that. This is a global thing, so when this is happening, it's happening all over. Crime rates go up, mental health issues go up. Like I said, it's all related. There's been multiple studies done on it, and it's factual. So, like I said, any of us that have any kind of religious beliefs, we know that, you guys ever wonder why music is so influential in our lives? Well, this right here is why. Okay, music is a frequency. Depending on what kind of music you're playing. Okay, we all know that if we hear a sad song, it can make us sad, right? And it's not just because of the lyrics. I've had songs that had no lyrics whatsoever, but were just, played in a certain way that it, would bring tears to your eyes or make you happy. You ever heard that song that didn't have lyrics that really, caught your attention and had you dancing around all day? That kind of thing. That's frequency. Okay, it can make you feel good. It can make you feel bad. So that's my point. Okay, and that's why I bring this, because this directly affects us immediately. So what is causing this is the next question. Well, like I said, the center of the magnetics can cause this. Can cause the Earth to do certain things. And again, this could be a whole different video series for whoever wants to do it, because there's so much information that can be put out about this. So, again, I go to Mr. MBB3's webpage. and I hit the Schuman Resonance link, and it gives you up to date because this updates. And you know, you see this kind of stuff, you got to wonder, you know, what the heck is going on. You know, I guess we could go over and look at the magnetosphere real quick, because if that's showing some crazy stuff, then that would just confirm it. And actually, this kind of does. Yeah. You see all that? Okay. This is also why we sometimes see perfect shapes that we don't think that nature can do. Like Saturn. Saturn has on one of its poles, I believe it's a octagon, not octagon, but like a hexagon, six-sided on its north pole or south pole, whichever one. And it looks like a perfect hexagon. That's because of the frequency, I would think. So, you know, again, this just really, man, I just don't know what else to say about it, because this really can make people feel bad and cause them to have thoughts that they normally wouldn't. And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying here, okay? You know, so we'll just keep an eye on it. You know, if you see this, if this thing doesn't slow down here, you know, we probably really need to start looking at some different stuff and see why this thing is all jacked up. Are we going to be able to do anything about it? No. But a lot of people used to think that when they fired CERN up, it messed with this. I mean, it could have. I'm not really sure. I haven't done much research on that. But it seems like that would be a viable theory anyway. You know, if there's been a lot of different earthquakes going on. I did see an earthquake way down south in the Ring of Fire in Argentina. I'm talking like at the tip of South America. That's a real far place south. Matter of fact, we're going to go there real quick just so you guys can see it. And how I get to USGS, which is the place that is the government agency that deals with the earthquakes and tracks them and gives them a number, and normally drops them down almost every time. But that's beside the point on this. I'm more kind of taken aback by the location of these things right now. So if we go over here and we go down here and we look, wow, there was another one that just happened. I didn't even see that one, guys. This is the one I was just talking about that just happened a few hours ago. This orange one here. Is that one? Is that it? Yep, there you go. See it? Okay. It was a 4.3. That's not small. It's not huge. It's not small. And it was only 12.7 kilometers deep, which isn't... That's kind of in the middle, I guess, if you want to start talking about that kind of thing. But where did this one come from? Wow. That's out in the middle of the... Is that out in the middle of the Atlantic? It sure is, guys. It's out in the middle of the Atlantic. Yeah, you can tell it's on a fault line. Or at least on a tectonic plate line. I'm not sure which one. That was a 5.0. Wow. And that was only 10 kilometers deep. Okay. So, you know, we could be having some sort of issue here, guys. I don't know for sure. But it sure as heck kind of looks like that. Okay, if you want to look at these other ones, look at that. There was a 3.7 in California. That was right before one in Argentina. Alaska. I heard there was one in Yellowstone or close to it today also. I'm not really sure where or when. Wow. Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that to you because we normally don't see earthquakes that far south. It's not unheard of, but it definitely is out of the ordinary. And you can tell, or it's just really following this ring of whatever fire is what they call it, because there's volcanoes and stuff all around there. But anyway, guys, just thought I'd bring that to you real quick. We'll keep an eye on the Schuman Resonance. Let's go back and check it one more time before I get off here. See if it updates. Come on. Back up. What are we doing? Close it out, I guess. Let's do this. I don't know why it was making me do that, but okay, don't matter. Alright. Okay, let's zoom in here. Yeah, it's still doing it, guys. It updated like just a few seconds ago. So yeah, it's still staying right there. And again, if this stays like this probably will be part of what's going on. I'm not sure if we're going to have some sort of earthquake event or whatever, but this definitely could mean a little bit more than just feeling a little bit moody. And again, sometimes we see these things, but they usually don't last for this duration. That's a long time. It's a full day of the Schumann resonance being off of the chart. We don't even know how high it's going because, like I said, the chart stops at 40. But anyway, guys, God bless. Yeshua saves, and you can drink this Kool-Aid.